Welcome to Inside Mac Television. Today I'm here with super record producer extraordinaire, one half of the Dust Brothers, John King. How you doing, John?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, you really are a spectacular record producer, but you did not start out as a record producer. You were a computer science major.
I was a computer science major, that's right, and I should have stuck with it because I'd have a lot more money right now because it was before the internet boom. And the music industry's gone down the toilet, and so, it's just about love for my art.
Now, what was your first break musically? Because you started out, obviously you're in computer science, and I guess you got into DJing.
Yes.
And then somehow Tone Loc came in, and showed up at your door.
Well, I did, with my partner Mike, we did this radio show, which was the first rap radio show in LA for sure. It was a weekly show on KSPC at Pomona College, and it was a very popular show. We did it from the early 80s through the end of the 80s, and we were the rap show in Southern California. And Tone came down to the show to promote his single that was out, and it was called Chiba Chiba. And we really liked that song, and Loc was funny, and we played him some music that we had been doing to put on the air as music behind our public service announcements on our radio show, and PSAs, as we radio people call them. And so he really liked this music that we were doing and invited us into Hollywood to come meet with the guys who were starting up the label Delicious Vinyl, which is where we got our start doing Tone Loc's record and Young MC's record and a couple other things. And also where while we were working on those things, met the Beastie Boys, who were just coming to take a visit to one of the owners, Matt Dyke, who had been a club owner and was friends with them through that.
Yeah.
And so we hooked up with them and got to do their record, Paul's Boutique, which was really exciting for us because I was a huge
Beastie Boys fan at that point.
They License to Ill, their first record.
Yeah. It was really groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't the record that people go, oh, that wasn't their most artistic and smartest record. But I just had that sonic power.
The sonic power is incredible on that record. The iconic hip-hop-isms of it, of the sounds. It's really magnificent, and you kind of wonder.
And Rick Rubin was just starting out at that point, and he was like a DJ. He was
he was, when he made that record, it was on his label, and he was starting out. But I mean, by the time we worked with them, he was established as a great producer.
Yeah. And then suddenly you stumble upon a guy that is a multi-talented artist by the name of Beck Hansen. How did he show up to set your doorstep?
It was less that we stumbled on him because he had a hit record. Either his A&R man or our manager or somebody decided it was a good idea, or he decided, I don't know. But somehow we ended up in a meeting with him, and he said, oh, you guys got a studio in Silver Lake? Cool. Well, we should hook up. And, and we did. And
all of a sudden, that was Grammy history there. The absolutely amazing album.
It came out great, and what was really fun for me was that people received it really well and were ready for it.
Yeah.
And radio was ready for it. Paul's Boutique, people weren't ready for it. Radio wasn't ready for it. It was under the radar, and then years later became a legendary album. In retrospect.
Yes.
But with the Beck album, when it came out, it actually got played on radio. It actually got played on MTV. It actually sold some records, and that was very exciting for me.
Now, 10 years went and passed, and suddenly you were working with Beck again on this new record, Wero. How was that experience different from the previous time?
But what was different is that computers had advanced over the 10 years to incredible amounts of power compared to what it had before. And the software had advanced massively, and there was just, when we made Odelay, what we had to do is we had to record what Beck would play and then turn that into a sample and then create MIDI notes to play the sample. And this was all in a program called Opcode Studio Vision, which was a great program. When we did Wero, Pro Tools is so powerful, we can just record as many tracks as we want, and there's less time spent on the technical aspects of like getting the samples edited and into the sampler and and programming them, and there's also more freedom in terms of making quick changes. So when Beck wants to try things, it's no problem.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, dude, why don't you come back tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I'll get it ready for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So.
Yep. Now, what's next on your radar? What kind of things are you working on or what actually, what would be a really good question? What is the one artist you wish you, either alive or dead, you wish you could have in the studio? What is your absolute dream artist? I got you thinking.
Yeah.
John
mean,
is thinking.
Like
Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix, yeah.
Did you see my mouth saying that?
It's like Hendrix. Everything like guitar was like.
I mean,
yeah.
Hendrix, Bonham, and then I really like this producer and songwriter Norman Whitfield, who did Rolls Royce and the Car Wash soundtrack and tons of Motown stuff. And, great psychedelic Temptations stuff. So, there's so much music I love, but Hendrix and Bonham.
Hendrix and Bonham is really good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, well, thanks for watching Inside Mac TV. You've been here with John King, and if you want to learn more about Inside Mac TV, go to InsideMacTelevision.com. Thanks very much. I've been Brad Wright, and this has been John King.
Bye-bye.